Hey everybody, Gordo here, and today I'm going to be playing the entire Cowabunga collection for my PS5, beginning with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from 1989. Y'all already know this. So wish me luck, because I know some of these games are pretty hard. I've played a lot of, if not most of these. So without further ado, let's get into it with the very first game, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1989. Let's go. I do it every Tuesday. You know the one. You know the one. Okay, here we go. You guys know what it is. Nope. 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 God, I'm going to play all these? Nope. What a fool. Nope. No, still no. Here we are. Okay, and we can play with the background with the turtles on it. I never normally play with this background, but hey, here we go. There you go. That's the cover of the NES cartridge right there. So, the story goes, Shredder captured April, and we gotta save her. Bingo bango. Let's go. This was released in 1989. You probably know that. I say this shit every week, dude. Unfun fact, I don't really like playing this version because the PS5 controller is not optimized for, I don't know, D-pad use. Not really. But it's okay. We can get past that. I have before. It's still a great collection and it looks good. I think the colors are more authentic than that emulator I'm always playing anyway, so there's that. There we go. Bebop is down for the count, boy. Give me back April. No! Alright, let's see how quickly we can get through this. I do this every Tuesday, if you guys follow me on TikTok. And I've gotten pretty speedy at this. Not the fastest, but one day I'd like to do a speed run. My first goal would be to get it under 30 minutes. But I've seen it as little as 16 and a half minutes, which is nuts. It's crazy. Oh, the enemy RNG, dude. I'm gonna switch to Leo. Just for a sec here. I hate that guy. I hate that guy and the boomerang guys very much. They're so annoying. They take forever to kill. All right, here we go. If I can make this quick enough, I don't have to deal with the enemy down here. Normally there's an enemy robot down here, but if you can outrun it, if you can outrun those bugs, you can prevent the enemy from spawning in. There we go. A little double for Donatello right there. And let's see how quickly we can beat up Rocksteady. What? I miscalculated big time. Well, Donnie's already at half health, but the good news is we saved April. She looks thrilled. But now she's on our side. There she is on the bottom left. Don't let the Foot Clan destroy the dam. The dam, huh? If you know, you know. The dam level is coming up after this. And it sucks. But we can do it. Let's do it. Let's just do it. This game's all about memorization and learning how to manipulate the RNG, which is very bad and never on your side. There's also a lot of cheap moves that this game loves to pull off, like respawning enemies. But it's all a pattern. There's a pattern to how they respawn. And you can combat that. There we go. Plus, when you're under half health, you do more damage, so that's nice. But for Donnie, we want to keep him happy and healthy, so despite what I just did there, let's keep him in good shape. Too low. But there are so many tricks to manipulate the RNG because it fights you along the way, every step of the way. One of the strats I like to use is to let the enemies just go off the screen on their own. Most of the time they go away in some goofy pattern and they just never come back. Oh, I can't get those stars up there. Oh well. There is a pizza, and I should get it maybe for Leo, just top him off. Well, I should have gave it to Donatello. Nah, he's exactly where I want him to be right now. Excellent. The speedrunners here always just push forward, but I held back a little bit so I can see what's in front of me to my left. But the speedrunners know where every enemy is, and they just push and push and push. Okay, here it is. Y'all know it. The dam level. Many of us growing up did not get past this level, myself included. But just like any other level in this game, it takes a lot of practice. Actually, not that much. The Technodrome at the end takes a lot of practice, but this level you can do. Don't worry about the clock. Speedrunners don't even worry about the energy electric fields right here. They just go right through them. Which is crazy. I look out for each and every one. And I'm very wary of the seaweed. But if you're playing casually, this is probably a good strat. Just don't worry about the clock. You have enough time. Try to stay above this thing because it does more damage on the bottom side for some reason. The hitboxes on everything in this level are so weird, including that spinny thing. Nope, too slow. This game has a, this version on the Cowabunga collection has a, okay, I'm getting hit for no reason. This version on the Cowabunga collection has a visual guide, a visual walkthrough that you can watch. And at any point you can take over and play. Like, play instead of the guide. It's really weird. It's like an interactive guide that you can take over at any point. But anyway, if you just watch the whole guide play through, it's like 20 something minutes, and the person or the AI that is playing does not take a single hit of damage, and they play as Leonardo the whole time. Very strange. Unbelievable. I think it actually is a human, but I could never do that. They don't take one bit of damage, even in this level. Here we go, moving right along. Don't go too low right here because that seaweed will pull you under. I like to do a big wide turn right here so that I can shimmy right here in this corner. There we go. It's easiest that way because that seaweed on the top right is really deadly. Okay, and I swear they give you this much room to do it. See, we had plenty of time. If I can do it, you can do it. This one takes practice, but there's no other enemies. You don't have to deal with the regular RNG of enemies. You just got to deal with time and the seaweed and the electric beams. That's it. Get a little cutscene here. You are rewarded though for beating that level. You get this cutscene, which is great. It's just like the first movie, except Shredder doesn't show up on your TV and say he kidnaps Splinter. He just calls the Foot Clan to do it for him. Okay, now that we got April back, let's go and help Splinter. Excellent. I'm going to stick with Raphael for now because it sucks because no matter what turtle you are, you use their health when you're inside the turtle van. The van does not have its own health. You got to rely on the health of the turtle you're using. Okay. And so if that turtle's health is low, they'll die and they won't come back. Piece of pizza. Let's give that to... Actually, let's give that to... Yeah, let's give it to Raphael. Miscalculated. We'll switch back to Leo here. Some of these enemies are one-shot with Leonardo at all times. Most of them are not. Most enemies are one-shot with Donatello. There we go. Here's that move that speedrunner taught me, Retro Gambit, over on TikTok. If I can pull it off, let's see here. There we go. You can just get the rockets and leave. You don't have to go all the way around. But there's pizza over there on the right, and I do want to pick it up, so I will. But that's another speedrunning trick that I will implement someday. The day I do my first speedrun. Here, full pizza. Perfect. Actually, no, I'll give it to Mikey. He needs it. He did great in the water level. Switch back over to Leo because he's faster. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. And we're back out of here. Let's go. To the turtle van. That car always hits me no matter what I do. Okay, for speed running purposes, you can avoid all of this. These two buildings. So I think I will. The only reason you go in there are for the scrolls, the most powerful sub-weapon. And they're great, but you might not need them. You can finish this game without them. This version on the PS5 also has anti-flicker and anti-slowdown, so this is crazy to see, actually. These cars and these bullets are really slow down the original NES version, so it's nice to just rip right through. This is pretty wild. That is one thing I like about this version. Anti-slowdown. Got him. Okay, I can't believe I went on without the scrolls. I usually always get the scrolls in that area. And that area that I skipped also has pizza, but you don't need to go there. So I'm going to try to do my playthrough without it. Oh, I already regret this. There's plenty of pizza coming up. I'll be fine. But I am being sloppy. This is a little annoying. So I'm going to switch over back to Don. It says his name's Donnie. Boomerangs, let's go. These, I can get through the whole game with just boomerangs. They are my favorite sub-weapon. The scrolls are the most powerful, but the boomerangs are my favorite. Here's another pro strat here. These guys will follow you, so if you just shimmy on forward like this, they'll just fall in the water. Another strat is if you don't go over here, if you don't push left, these enemies will not respawn right here. But watch this. If you do, for some reason, like when you're jumping off of this right here, you go all the way over here, the enemies respawn. And they knock you back. Watch this. And they'll likely push you into the water below. And you got to start all the way over. So to avoid that, all you got to do is just barely pop off the edge right here. And then jump over here. Then the guys won't show up here. Nice. That's what I always try to do to avoid getting knocked back. It's very annoying. This is another good area for Leonardo because the enemies are one hit. And Leonardo can handle it. Half health? I think Donnie needs this more than Leonardo. And for these, as you may or may not know, these bricks right here to my left, you can just hold down left. You won't have to worry about jumping. Nice and easy. This guy, just pull him back, pull this way, he'll fall. It's another strat I like right there. You don't have to fight that dude. Same with this guy. Bait him in and then let him fall. Speedrunners just jump over him, or they attack. I've seen both. Okay, let's go back to Leonardo. Raphael got the pizza there. Actually, Donatello's better for that fire guide. He takes 2 hits with Donatello. You can let him walk off screen. Sometimes they will. They'll walk. Once they walk off screen, they won't come back. It's another pro strat. Whoops. Another strat that I like to use is Donatello. I'm facing this way. I'm facing left, and I'm doing damage. And Donatello obviously has the best range, but the area behind me, the blue area behind me, is also getting hit because he does back damage with his bow. It's really nice. It's like in Double Dragon. If you know when to hit, you can destroy someone behind you. It's really, really helpful. Another reason why Donatello is just the best. That one's hard to avoid. I don't know how to avoid that. Sometimes it's a bat bomb. Most of the time it's one of those foot soldier bombs. I don't know. I can't, unless you duck back down, which I don't like to do, you're gonna get hit. This part, I used to jump from here to make it all the way over there, but you can just, I didn't know until recently, you can just do this, which feels silly. I used to jump all the way from that other building. This boss fight sucks. I don't have many strategies because no matter what I do, I always feel like I get hit. So I'll use Donatello and his boomerangs. It's like a Dark Link fight. It's very, very annoying. I'm already getting destroyed. I've seen people hang out over here before to fight the first guy, and it's kind of helpful if you know exactly how to do it. Me, sometimes it's hit or miss. Just gonna switch to Leo. He's got that good sub weapon. Ho 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 ho! There we go, perfect. We saved Splinter. Almost lost 2 turtles in that boss fight. I really hate that boss fight. Those are like the most annoying bosses, and they're back to back. I can't believe I almost lost Donatello this early. Oh well. Now we are at JFK Airport. That's what they call this area. I'll stick with Raphael, I guess. I can get that pizza, but I really don't like going up there. I have to deal with a lot. I really just want to get past this. That is a holding pattern they tend to do, though. You let them jump once, like 2 times, and then they will jump in place like this, and then you can just knock them out. Ugh, I hate these bugs, dude. Let's see, Michelangelo is at less than half health, so he can do double damage now. Which means these bugs are one shot. Love it. See this guy? He goes in a holding pattern. If you let him jump twice, then he doesn't move. Unless you move to your left, this guy won't move. Easy. There is a strat to do this quicker. You know, you have to get these ropes to jump across these buildings. But if you don't have the ropes, you're left with nothing. An enemy will spawn though, so if you jump like this and then flip around in midair this way and get hit by the enemy, you get, you get pushed back and then you land right here, which is wild. I'll play a clip of it. I can never pull. I don't think I'll ever be able to pull that off, but I will play a clip for you. There's also another strat here, which I've never figured out how to do, but you see Leonardo's blade at the bottom of the screen here? There is a way to cheese it, to like punch through the ceiling of this and end up down here, down below. It's like a great speedrunning glitch that I still can't do. I've only seen it, and I've seen it without instructions. See, this guy's stuck again. Just push up on him a little bit, and then let him get into that holding pattern. But sometimes they'll still throw boomerangs at you, and it's really awful. The robot guys I have no advice for. I hate them a lot, so I just avoid them. This guy you can avoid entirely just by going past him. Look at that. Look at that holding pattern. Boom, you're done. There. Okay, here we are outside of JFK Airport. Let's go, let's go. A lot of this game is just a big maze, and this is a very big part of that. This whole warehouse to JFK Airport area, there's so many of these rooms, and we got to get to door number 18. They do go in ascending order, but if you don't know exactly where you're going, you're going to get lost, and you might lose some turtles. I can't pull that off. I'm so pissed. Look at my health. Easy. That was a boss fight? Sure. Okay. That's all I wanted to do was light. You gotta lightly jump over that to just get past. Okay, alright. There is another strat though. If you do want more sub-weapons, then kill more enemies, because I think after every 30th enemy that you kill, you'll get one of those sub-weapons. But the higher score you have, the harder enemies that will appear. It's kind of annoying. Especially towards the end in the Technodrome. If you go into the Technodrome with kind of a high score, the tough enemies will show up. It's kind of unavoidable because you got to kill enough enemies in this game to get through. But I feel like no matter what you do, you're stuck with high score by the time you get to the Technodrome. The only way to avoid it is to get a game over and start with no score, which is nice, but you get no sub-weapons that way. And I landed in the spikes. So, okay, just follow this order if you want to get through this as painless as possible. There are a few sub areas where you can get pizza and save turtles and get extra goodies, but if you just want to get through and you think you can do it, follow this path that I'm doing here. We're already at door number 8. This is pretty nice. Could go here, but it's a mess. Look at this. Those magnet things are the worst. They pull you in. So I never go this way. Just go up and around. Here's another area where, like here, if I go to my left, you can go through that way and eventually find a pizza, but I'm gonna avoid that for now. I know I desperately need pizza, but I'm gonna push forward anyway. If you're missing a turtle at this point, go past this one and go to the third sewer right here. There will be a turtle waiting for you in that sewer. But I have all of my turtles, they're just all very low health, so we're gonna keep going. And if you have all of your turtles, just go through the second sewer on the top right here. This part, it gets a little hairy here, but you can do it. We gotta do a really late jump right there. Nice, we got some boomerangs right here, so I'm gonna take these. I need pizza. I should have gone through that extra area to get pizza, but I did not. These spikes right here, if you get a little too close to these spikes right here, despite how it looks, you will get hurt. So I'm gonna stick to my left over here, like what I'm doing here, just kind of pushing. Although, see, I got hurt, but I'm gonna pick up a hidden pizza that's right above me to my right here. I still got hurt anyway because I didn't land properly, but it's okay, we're back. And if you really want, you can get an extra pizza over and over by just going up this sewer and then back down it. You will get hurt, like getting pizza, like what I did just there, but you can spam these pizzas over and over. See, Leonardo needs it, so I'm gonna give it to him. And then you just keep repeating that. It's not the best place to spam pizza. There are better places, but I need it pretty badly. Every turtle needs health right now. Excellent. All right, I think we're good. This is good enough. I think I messed up Leonardo pretty bad. No, I messed up Raphael pretty bad. I messed everyone up pretty bad, but we're better than we were, so I'm gonna keep going here. Door number 15 is right over there. Oh, I jumped too early. I got lasered in the face. Another full pizza right here. Perfect, because I was messing up poor Donatello here. Oof. Oh, come on, that should have counted. Well, at least it's not coming back. Okay, this fire right here is one hit kill, so just be careful. Almost lost my footing right there. Okay, that's an extra area where you can get pizza. I'll show you. In fact, I should get some. You can spam pizza in this area right here. There's actually 2 pizzas in this area. If you grab this, you're invincible. It's really nice. But it doesn't last that long. Ugh. Hey, I didn't take damage. That's great. These guys are the worst. Avoid these guys at all costs. They'll run away, but they just keep multiplying. Nice. See, we got another full pizza. That's good. I normally don't go back here. I should. That was way easier than before. Okay, we're moving on up. Oh, right now, Leonardo is too healthy, so he doesn't do one-shot kill damage. Wow, dude. There's a slice of pizza right here. This part coming up kind of sucks, but I'll give you some advice if you're looking for it right here. All you really have to do is let go of the D-pad for the best success. Here we go. I'm going to push left, let go. Push right, let go. Left, let go. If you let go early, you'll fall early. It's nice. Otherwise, you jump across, and then you get killed by the spikes. There you go. Switch back to Donnie here, because I think we got a mini boss fight. No. Alright, it's time for the Mouser boss fight. This one's easy. If you still have Donnie, just wait for this thing to show the orb right here. And while its mouth is open, press pause, because when you press pause again, its mouth will be closed, but the orb will still be in sight, so you can attack it. Normally you have to wait for it to open its mouth again. Easy. The turtle blimp dudes. Okay, this part up here is really tricky because the RNG can really negatively affect your next set of moves. There are 3 sewers. One of them, randomly, will be the Technodrome. But most of the time, I find that one specific sewer gives me no trouble and is always the Technodrome entrance. Unless you do something out here first. If you go into one of these 2 buildings, either one, to find pizza, get weapons, or rescue a turtle, the RNG of the sewers will change, and the first one will not be a guaranteed entrance into the Technodrome. So, I'm going to show you all 3 sewers. When you start, you're spawned somewhere around here. So if you go up to the right, there's a sewer. There's the first one. The second one is directly south of it, right here. And the third one that I have the most luck with, if you don't go into any of these buildings in this area, is this one over here. This last sewer to the very left, beyond the train tracks. Most of the time, I end up in here because it seems to be the way to go. It's randomized, but I think you have a chance to break the RNG in your favor. If you just go through without... If you just go down this last sewer without going into any of the buildings, I really think that helps me. Sometimes it is random though, and it's a dead end. Of the 3 sewers, if you're trying to look for the Technodrome and you go into the wrong one, you go through the entire level, and then only to find a dead end at the end. So this might be a dead end. Sometimes that happens, but I think you have a better percentage of finding the Technodrome if you just go straight there. But sometimes you need pizza, or sometimes you need to rescue a brother. So, you'll have to come across some dead ends if you're going about it that way. But I'm in good shape. All of the 4 brothers are here and they're in good health. So I'm just going to push forward to that last sewer on the left. That's a good strat right there. That enemy will fall down the ladder or sometimes go all the way to the right off screen. If they go off screen, they don't come back. So just be patient. It's not worth fighting these guys, really. Oh, this guy's the worst. Try to knock him out early because he does a lot of damage with his porcupine quills. Or let him go off screen like that. Push him off screen. See how much damage he did? Okay. this last one right here, just wait. Because that enemy will explode and hit you 100% of the time if you're going down like this. Just wait. That one glitched out. I love it. Okay, this may or may not be the Technodrome. It should be, but we'll see. Yeah, see? Sometimes it's a dead end. I think when I was walking around outside in the enemy camp, I think I threw off the RNG. This is what it looks like. This is the bad ending. There's nothing here. So you have to go out and look through the other 2 sewers, because now it's random again. I don't know. There's 2 more to explore. Let's go. But you have to go out the way you came and fight people on the way out. You may lose more turtles. And that's never fun. Oh no. It's gonna push him off screen. There you go. See, he's off screen. He won't chase me if he's not on screen anymore. I love that. Oh shit. That was close. Donnie is low, critically low on health. Uh-oh. That was close. That was really, really convenient. Watch, this guy is stuck, but if I move off screen, I will never see him again. Well, I'll use this example to show you how to pick up a fellow turtle that, let me see. No, all my turtles are here. I hate that porcupine thing. Okay. Well, now's a good time to show you where to get a bunch of pizza and boomerangs, because the Technodrome is tough and any sub-weapon you can get will be helpful. There's one building back here at the top left of the enemy camp. This is the one that gives you a bunch of boomerangs. So if you go down here and break these blocks, you'll find a bunch of boomerangs. And you can really spam them. So I'm gonna I'll give Donatello like some here, climb back up, and then climb right back down. For more boomerangs. Look at that. They respawn. It's the best way to cheese boomerangs right here. But we're okay. I don't need that many more boomerangs, so I'm going to pick Raphael and go back up and get out of here. This part's a little tricky because when you try to do an up attack like this, if you do an up attack here on these grates, you'll climb up and you'll get hit. So I don't like to do up attacks. I just try to get out of the way, honestly. If you go to the top left of this building, you'll find stuff, but it's kind of tricky. So you climb up, climb left, up, left, watch that bird. Up, left. I'm gonna switch to Donatello here to get that pizza. So you climb up, and then you can walk on this area. So do a walk and get a little jump. There we go. We're back in business. And that's what's in building number 1. Boomerangs and a full pizza if you want to make it to the top left. Building number 2 is down here to the right. Here it is. It's very close by. This one I like because you can spam pizza and pick up a captured brother if you need to. Yeah, all my turtles are still here, so I'm okay. But I'll show you where to get it. If you break these blocks down here, and then go down here to the right where those bricks are, you'll find a hidden turtle. Not a hidden turtle, but you know, a captured turtle. They'll be right here. You can only use that once, so if a turtle dies and you try to come back here later to, you know, pick up another turtle, it won't happen. This area is tricky. Here's a little bit of advice. If you go up here and then go to your right, this is the way to go. Because you can avoid that bird easy. If you try to do that on the left side, I'll show you how it looks. So if you try to do it right here on the left side, you won't have time and you'll get hit by that bird, I think. But good news is that pizza, half a pizza is up right there. There's more stuff. There's more stuff up above me, but I never go up there because it's I don't know. I never find it worth it. Nice, we're out of here. Okay, let's check out just outside of this building. If you go to the right, you'll find the other two sewers. Here's one down here, but I'm going to try the one up above. I call this one sewer number 1. Sewer number 3 is the one I have the most luck with. I'm going to break that and see if this enemy will roll down there. Maybe. Maybe not. Well, now I can attack it from up here. Great. Oh, that was close. If I stay still, I think I'll be okay. Let me see. Maybe. Yeah, barely. Okay, good. It's random, but here we are at the Technodrome fight. There's a lot of strats to use here, but if you have this 3-shot like ninja star shuriken thing, it's probably the best. So I'm going to use Leo. I don't have many, but we'll try. Try to line your shot up right here where the gunners are. Those gunners in the middle are probably the most annoying part of this whole battle. There we go. There we go. There we go. We got the fork down in front. We got one of the gunners. And we're out, so let's go. This thing is all the thing that deploys enemies is also really annoying. This thing right above me. If you can break this thing, you're good. Because otherwise the Technodrome will keep deploying those foot soldiers. Okay, now it's just me versus the eyeball, so don't jump too high. Use Donatello if you got him, and up attack. And keep an eye on your health, which is on top. I always make the mistake, and I get killed here often. There we go. All right. I wish that were the end of the game. Now we go into the Technodrome. And it's the worst. You are great. Thanks, April. Okay, there are plenty of strats to use here too. Right when you start, I would jump and go to the right because you're going to see one of the worst enemies in the game right here. There you go. And if you can avoid its shots like that, you're starting off okay. Those space guys are the worst. They do a lot of damage and they follow you, and they usually come in pairs. All right, I think another one's coming up. Let me try. Yeah, see? They'll float up if you jump up, and then you can just run underneath them. There's a pizza down below, so try to destroy this thing before you go down there. I'm gonna pick up the pizza for Leonardo, I guess. Okay, good. We're doing okay. All of our turtles are healthy and happy, and we have plenty of boomerangs. So I'm gonna continue to use Donatello. There is an area down here that I always avoid because it's just a trap and it's awful, but maybe I think I can. Yeah, it's just a bunch of spikes and impossible jumps to the left over here. So I don't know. Let's see. Actually, we can check the map. I don't know what's down here. I don't remember what's down here, but let's see if it's worth it at all. Okay, so if you do make it all the way down, there's an area for you to pick up a turtle that's been captured on the bottom right there. I would not even say that's worth it. Not at all. I'm going to continue not to recommend this way at all. Just avoid it. Get the pizza from the right over here and go back up to the left. Right here. Just go back up. Don't even go left here. Go up. Wait. This part stinks. It's good if you have boomerangs. Check this out. Because this enemy takes a lot of hits, even when you're Donatello. and does a lot of damage. So, and it'll respawn instantly. So a good way to avoid that from killing you is just throwing a bunch of boomerangs first. And don't back up too much, because otherwise it'll respawn again. I've had that thing respawn on me 4 times, 5 times before. Just push forward a little bit. You'll have to take some damage. Unless you have the scrolls. Speaking of those scrolls, I didn't pick them up earlier, but there is a way to get some here in the Technodrome. Annoying spawn from that guy. Actually, let me get those. Yeah, these are great. These single shurikens do more damage than the triple shurikens, so keep that in mind. Everyone's respawning because I backed up. Awful. Okay. Again, these boomerangs are pretty. These boomerangs are very useful in the Technodrome. Up ahead up ahead are the scrolls I've been talking about. But you need to get past this gunner turret thing to get them. So boomerangs are very helpful. Here we go. Another one. Donatello can reach with his bow staff, but boomerangs are way easier. Okay, there are the scrolls. They are the best, most powerful sub-weapon, I think. So I'm going to give them to Michelangelo, who has no sub-weapon. I'll show you how they work later. You probably already know if you've seen me play this. Now underneath here, you drop down. Find a kangaroo kicking guy. I think you can just jump over him. Yeah. I don't remember if there's anything to my right. You're supposed to drop down right here, but let me check. No, nothing. Okay, drop down and go to the left. I think these guys might respawn. Yeah. So annoying. I think there's something over here to my right. Let me see here. Uh-oh. But I think there's something here, like pizza. There's half a pizza. That's great. Take it. Yikes! All these guys respawn too. Of course. You can avoid them because you just go up. Sometimes right here it's the boomerang guys, and that's even more annoying because while you're standing here trying to take out this turret, the boomerang guys will shoot you with their boomerangs. There's also a pizza right here, which is really helpful. Might as well top Donatello off. Let's go. Good thing I have 60 boomerangs. Oops. Alright, this part's a little annoying because we got some space guys coming up, so I'm going to jump high so that they spawn in high. They're a little easier to avoid this way, sort of. Unless they stay on screen. There we go. It's probably going to happen again, so I'm going to jump high so that they spawn in high. Okay, we're on track. So far. This room, you can just run to the left. You'll be fine. Easy. There is an invincibility thing just before, but I never get it. I don't need it. I'd like it for this room because this is the worst room in the game. Wish me luck. There are a few ways to navigate this hallway. Jumping up is less effective, but it still kind of works. So you might have a better chance just ducking. I'll try that. There you go. Whatever you do, try not to walk backwards because they're just going to keep spawning in. So try to hold your ground and don't back up. I hate that they come in pairs, but you can outrun them by taking some damage. switch to... I think it's time to use Mikey in the scrolls. Let's go. There we go. I should have used them earlier, because now this smaller section of the hallway is where it gets kind of easy. In fact, I'm going to go back to... well, oh yeah, I'll use Wrath. And the boomerangs. So once you get to this little area of the hallway, the short hallway, there's a very specific pattern. Just check it out. As long as you don't push forward and keep those space guys on screen, you'll be fine. Because all they do is fire one and then they back up. Okay, the hallway gets bigger again, and there are like 3 more of these guys, and that's it. 2, just 2. Alright, once you get up here, there's a small boss fight, but it's with 1 space guy, so just get your boomerangs ready, or whatever you got. There we go. And keep those boomerangs handy, or let's use the scrolls. The scrolls are great for this next part. The boss fight with Shredder. Once you land here, move to your right. I would suggest, if you got scrolls or boomerangs, wait for him to spawn in all the way, then fire. If you get hit with that mutagen gun, you'll turn back into a little turtle, and the game's over. Well, if you lose this fight, you start at the beginning of the Technodrome. But if you got the scrolls, I don't think you're going to lose. Yes! Let's watch the credits play out. This is not my favorite ending. I mean, I guess if I were a rat and had the opportunity to turn back into my human form, I would, but Splinter in rat form means so much to me. More than this guy ever would be. So that's TMNT for the NES, as played on the Cowabunga collection. Tune in next time, because I'm going to play, I think there's like a dozen more games on this. Yep, there are 13 total, so tune in next time. I don't know what I'm going to play next, but thanks for watching for now, and I'll see you then. Bye.